Gerhard Lansky is an American sociologist who studies society in order to understand human behavior. He took a very different path of viewing society and social structure. In Lansky's view, it is the society's level of technology that is critical for survival. Technology is defined as information about how to use the material resources of a given society or culture to meet human needs and satisfy human desires. Lansky viewed that through technology, societies will evolve, change, and survive. Lansky also viewed that the more information or knowledge a society has, the more advanced it will become. He divided the level of society into 5 types: the hunter and gatherers, the horticultural, the pastoral, the agricultural, and the industrial society. Let us look at the level of society. First, hunters and gatherers have been here since the beginning of human life. Hunter-gatherer culture is a type of subsistence lifestyle that relies on hunting and fishing animals, and foraging for wild vegetation and other nutrients like honey for food. Until approximately 12,000 years ago, all humans practiced hunting and gathering. The hunter-gatherers actively killed animals for food instead of scavenging meat left behind by other predators. The early hunter-gatherers used simple tools. During the Stone Age, sharpened stone were used for cutting before hand axes were developed. Second, the horticultural society. They are semi-sedentary or semi-settled, which means that they do not move around as often as hunters and gatherers. Horticultural society is engaged in the small-scale farming. In the use of simple hand tools, horticultural societies are differentiated from hunting and gathering societies by the use of domesticated plants as the major basis for subsistence. People tend to have to work hard to plant, weed, harvest, and process food in horticultural systems. There is no assistance from animal or mechanical powered tools. Third, the pastoral society. Pastoral societies began about 10,000 years ago. They are also semi-sedentary and their livelihood depended upon the domestication of animals. A pastoral society is a nomadic group of people who travel with a herd of domesticated animals which they rely on for food. The word pastoral comes from the Latin root word pastor, which means shepherd. Fourth is the agricultural societies. The agricultural society started about 5,000 years ago. They have larger populations of people. They are sedentary, which means completely settled, and use improved technology such as fertilizer and irrigation system for large-scale farming. An agrarian society or agricultural society is any community whose economy is based on producing and maintaining crops and farmland. Fifth is the industrial societies. Industrial societies began in the Industrial Revolution between 1780s and 1850s. The production of goods using advanced sources of the energy to drive a large machinery is the main focus of this society. There is now a centralized workplace, economic interdependence, formal education, and complex social systems such as economic, political, and government. It is in the Industrial Revolution that we see people leaving agricultural way of life for work in the factory. In sociology, industrial society is a society driven by the use of technology and machinery to enable mass production, supporting a large population with a high capacity for division of labor. The post-industrial industry began about in the 1960s with an economic system based primarily on the processing and controlling of information. A change from producing type of society to a more service-centered society, and the center of production of information is a computer technology. The postmodern society began in the latter 1970s. It is a society preoccupied with consumers' media images. It has a high use of technology and also has a new emerging culture groups and patterns of social interaction, what is in the postmodern society in which we are currently today. Political systems of civilization have a highly centralized and well-organized form of government. Those leaders are powerful enough to order the building of massive infrastructure and implement new policies for its citizens. Political leaders of early civilizations were also tasked to do the following: craft laws, implement laws, impose justice and punishments, collect taxes, sometimes act as a religious leader as well. This is the social and political system of the four major civilizations. Sumerian social structure, king is the highest, followed by nobles, commoners, and the lowest social structure are the slaves. Next is the ancient Egyptian society, which is pharaoh is the political leader, followed by the government official, soldiers, scribes, merchants, craftsmen, peasants, and the lowest class in their society are the slaves. Next is the Indus Valley political system, which is the Brahmin as their political leader, followed by the other social classes are Kshatriyas, Vaisyas, Sudras, and Pariya. And lastly, the Shang dynasty, social hierarchy, which has the king as the highest social class or their political leader, followed by the nobles, warriors leaders, artisans, farmers, and the lowest rank which are the slaves. Socio-cultural and political evolution are the theories that describes cultural and society changed over